Hi there again, this is Russia Today's Alexey Yaroshevsky, or Yaro LFC as you may know me on Twitter, and today we'll talk about Willian. I've never actually expected that less than a year since his move to Anji I'll be talking about Willian again. I thought he'd be moving to the Russian side for many years to come, but now given the very bad situation, economic situation happening at the Anji club, the club from Dagestan Republic, obviously they are conducting something of a fire sale. Several of their players are already gone, including the players they actually bought this summer, including the captain of the Russian national side, Igor Denisov. But of course we're not here to talk about Anji's problems or about Denisov. Now, there have been very strong reports. Basically every single sports media outlet in Russia is now reporting that there has been an inquiry made by the Liverpool Football Club on the purchase of Willian, obviously a very talented player from Brazil who's been playing most of his career in Shakhtar in Ukraine, won the UEFA Cup with the Ukrainian champions, several domestic leagues, several cups, so definitely one of the most important characteristics of Willian that he is a big-time winner. He has this winning mentality that Brendan Rodgers is seeking and has been basically putting on his demand list among the players he's been looking for. Now, the thing I mentioned in the very beginning of this video is that I'd never expected to talk about Willian. Well, indeed, in January, when there was lots of speculation as to where Willian would be going, I had contacts, well, this very same contacts, unfortunately, who let me down on another saga of the Armenian earlier this summer. But that time, this very same guy was telling me that we had the president of one English club, and sorry I cannot reveal that name of the club, in Donetsk, agreeing the deal between the clubs on purchase of Willian. So we were basically all ready to go out and say Willian will be coming to England, and my colleagues from TalkSport called me to get live broadcast on that matter. But then just basically 20 minutes before I had the phone call from the TalkSport, my guy from Shakhtar calls me and says, we have a sensational news. Willian is not going to England. He will be plying his trade in Russia. He is going to Anji Makhachkala. Back then many of us thought it was a money move. Obviously the salary which the Dagestan club offered was maybe four or five times higher than what Willian was getting at Shakhtar. But obviously he made the move. We couldn't say that it has been a successful move, despite that from the beginning of this season Willian has already assisted 3 goals in 4 games. If we look at his statistics overall, he contributed to 81 goals in a little more than 200 games. So to those who've been saying that he's not so prolific in front of goal, well, look at the number of his assists. With 36 goals scored in 204 games, he assisted 45 goals. So definitely he may not be a lethal striker, but that has never been his role. If you look at his position on the pitch, he could play left, right, central attacking midfielder. Basically he has the license to roam. He can play on both sides of the pitch. In the center he can assist, he has a very good shot, by the way. So definitely he is a versatile player, and hypothetically, I won't be trying to get anyone's hopes up, but hypothetically, if he joins Liverpool, then he could be used anywhere on the pitch. He can be used instead of Stuart Downing, who's been sold to West Ham United, or anywhere else for that matter. But definitely, if this deal was ever to happen, even though it is a very early stage, and I reiterate, just to basically evade all the abuse coming my way, which has already been happening, unfortunately, that it's in the very early stages and it's only an inquiry according to press both in Russia and in England. But if he becomes the Liverpool player, he will definitely slot into the side, and he is fitting Brendan Rodgers' profile in many ways. Now, of course, I've been saying all along that I would love to see a player from Eastern Europe playing in England and in Liverpool in particular. Well, we couldn't say that Willian is exactly from Eastern Europe. He's a Brazilian, but definitely after his move from Corinthians, where he played only 16 games, to Shakhtar in 2007, he has been playing in Eastern Europe. He is to some extent, to a large extent, an Eastern European player, and of course that'll be delightful to see him at Liverpool. Though we do understand, even according to the Russian press, that Hotspurs, the Tottenham Hotspurs, may be in competition to sign Willian. Why am I not surprised? It's been happening ever since, I think, Tottenham was trying to become a potent force on the English football market. In any case, we'll see how it goes. It's very early at this stage, but if you have any questions, you can find me on Twitter. I'll be gladly willing to answer all your questions regarding Willian. Of course, I've been watching him for the last 5 years, playing in Shakhtar and to some extent at Angers, and definitely I will be glad to provide any kind of information. This was Alexey Yaroshevsky from Russia Today, especially for LFC Red Source.